So, before we go to Tachanka to cure the Genophage, Kelly has something that she wants to admit to us.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I need to apologize to you.
About what?
Back when I was your yeoman, I betrayed you. I didn't mean to, but I did.
What are you talking about, Kelly?
I would send reports to the Elusive Man about the emotional state of the crew, including everything I knew about you. I thought we were all on the same team, that I was helping you, protecting you. But, looking back...
Don't worry about it. You were there for me.
Thank you. That means so much to me, Commander. I've heard so many sad stories. These people have lost so much.
I suggest he has also offered an invitation to the Krogan. Asari intelligence is reporting sightings of Reaper forces in the Slave.
So yeah, that was pretty brave of her to admit that to us.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select...
And you can just outright be like, "You did what?" And it can just absolutely
now
devastate
arriving
her.
at ward level purgatory.
But considering that she's in a fragile enough state right now, it's probably best we don't do that. Plus, it doesn't really surprise us. Of course he had reports about us sent to him. By the way, I got a thing here from... where is it? There was a thing here from Bailey that he wanted to take care of a con man on the Citadel. What was it? I had something here when I went to the Citadel that there was this con man that was avoiding arrest on the Citadel, and Spectre authorization would allow them to immediately arrest him and get him out of the Citadel. So, I authorized it. Alright, let's go cure the Genophage! One of the big missions of this game. With one of the more emotional moments of this game. I don't care what anyone says. The emotional moment of this game, the first time I did this, oh, I was in tears. Oh, I had the tears running.
All hands, full stop! Hostiles detected at the landing coordinates.
Joker, what have you got?
Sensors show a Reaper parked at the Shroud facility. No way you're gonna be able to land a shuttle there.
Get everyone assembled in the war room. I want eyes on the Shroud.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
New form of Reaper, Shepard, using Shroud to poison Tuchanka's atmosphere. Problematic.
They want to fight. They just got one.
Primarch, we're gonna need your help.
That could be difficult. Our losses on Palaven have been catastrophic.
We're doing this for Palaven. No one said it would be easy.
What do you have in mind?
A combined attack. Your people hit the Reaper with an airstrike. Rex, at the same time, your soldiers will be attacking from the ground. Together, you can draw it away from the tower.
Yes, distraction. Small team can reach Shroud facility, finish synthesizing cure. We'll need Eve to come with us.
We've never faced a Reaper up close like this. Everyone on board?
There's even a doubt? Let's move, Pyjack. It's time to cure the Genophage.
Commander, incoming message marked urgent. I'll put it in the comm room for you.
Dalatras.
Commander Shepard, we know you've reached Tuchanka. And by now, I imagine Morden Solus has proposed using the Shroud.
You spying on us?
Hardly. The Shroud is the only viable course of action open to you. Commander, you can't allow your misguided sympathy for the Krogan to cloud your judgment. Do you honestly believe curing the Genophage will end in lasting peace?
I like how, once again, she assumes that we're going to defeat the Reapers and that there will be even a chance that this reality that she's talking about could even exist. You know? It's like, look, we need to focus on the immediate threat right now. If you want to be concerned about this thing you're talking about, how about we deal with this more immediate threat first, then we'll discuss the issues of what you're talking about? Because this is just kind of a... This is an irrelevant conversation if we don't accomplish what we need to against the Reapers. You know? Regardless of the answer to this question she's giving, it won't matter if we don't defeat the Reapers.
We have to give the Krogan that chance. You can't condemn an entire race to extinction based on what might happen.
What will happen is the Krogan will reproduce out of control. We uplifted them specifically for their violent nature, not their diplomatic skills. Another war is inevitable.
What do you want, Delatras?
Years ago, our operatives sabotaged the Shroud facility to ensure what you were planning couldn't be done. Morden will likely detect this malfunction and repair it. But if you ensure that he doesn't, then the cure's viability will be altered just enough so that it fails. No one will notice the change.
You mean trick the Krogan?
They need not be any the wiser. Let Urdnot Rex believe you fulfilled your promise.
Morden would never stand for that.
How you deal with him is up to you, Commander. We can provide you our very best scientists to build the Crucible, and the full support of our fleets.
If I sabotage the cure.
Think about it, Commander. The choice is yours.
So 2 things. 1, that scene used to have a very amusing bug where Shepard would be stuck looking over to the side instead of at the Delatras. It was quite hilarious where she's talking to the Delatras, but she's looking over here to the side. And it was like, Shepard, what are you looking at? Are you looking at the cue cards because you forgot your line for the scene? So I'm glad that was an obvious bug that they fixed. Because it was just ridiculous that was in the vanilla version of the game. But like I said before, this game lacked quite a bit of polish. The other thing, of course, is that, boy, if I didn't hate the Delatras before, after that one scene with her, I certainly hate her now after that scene. What she just talked about and proposed there, you are such a horrible, evil person. She sounds like, she sounds like an older Solarian, so she sounds like that older person who's like, there's no way this will work. It's inevitable. The fact that someone like that Delatras is in a position of power, probably just below the Solarian Counselor, I'm assuming, in terms of the Solarian hierarchy, it's no wonder the Solarians have quite a bit of issues when it comes to how they view other races, you know? I really wish I had other people available for this. Imagine if we actually could take Rex with us for this mission, you know? Even though he is on this mission, but alas, we cannot. I took Liara with us quite a bit on the missions in the previous run that I did for this on this channel, because I was playing Male Shep who also romanced Liara, so I don't think Javik is that great of an option here. I actually think Edie might be a good option to bring here. So let's go ahead and take Edie.
I've ordered the clans to assemble at the Hollows. It's our sacred meeting ground. We'll land there and take an armored convoy against the Reaper. This will be the defining moment of Krogan history.
Krogan history filled with defining moments. Most bloody. Hope this one better.
Commander, you seem troubled.
Someday I'll get her, I'll show you guys what happens if you decide to actually go along with the Daltras and the Solarians, since it actually is also part of that little formula I was mentioning about how to get Morden to survive the events. Keep in mind also that Rex wouldn't be here. And, well, yeah.
I got a message from...
Rex, it's Reeve. The Reapers are already at the hollows. Come out with guns blazing.
Hang on tight. We're heading in.
You guys will get to know Reeve more in the Renegade run.
Shepard, keep them away from the female. I'll sort out what's happening with the other clans.
Everyone pick your targets and keep an eye on our 6. Now move!
Here they come.
Push forward. Don't let them get up here.
Shepard, it's ugly over here. Whatever you do, keep them away from the female.
That's fine.
First Palaven, now here.
More incoming!
Only a few enemies remain.
Thank you, Edie.
They'll sing battle songs about this someday. Reaper blood has finally soaked our soil.
We have to get to the Shroud. The airstrike is on its way.
Female safe, Shepard. Vitals are strong.
What's a Solarian doing here? Nobody said anything about this.
Multiple Krogan. Problematic.
Who are you?
Erdnot Reeve, brood brother to our illustrious leader. Reeve and I share the same mother, and nothing else. For which I'm thankful. I remember what it means to be a true Krogan. We flay our enemies alive and drown them in a geyser of their own blood. We don't invite them into our home.
This Solarian is not your enemy. He's here to help cure the Genophage.
His kind gave us the Genophage. Why should we trust him? Because I do. And so will you.
Enough!
I love they all just quiet and stand down when she talks.
You can stay here and let old wounds fester as Krogan have always done. Or you can fight the enemy you were born to destroy and win a new future for our children. I choose to fight. Who will join me?
I will.
And so will I. Now hold your heads high like true Krogan. There's a Reaper that needs killing!
Copy that, Artemech. We're on our way, trying to make up lost time. Shepard out.
Reed isn't the only Krogan who wants revenge for the Genophage, Rex. You'll have to placate them somehow.
I'll demand the Council return some of our old territory. We'll need room to expand. Recapture the glory of the Ancients.
Glory of Ancients led to Krogan rebellions, countless deaths, creation of Genophage. Expansion plan, problematic.
What were the ancient Krogan like?
Tachanka wasn't always a wasteland. In the old times, the Krogan were a proud people. We had dreams, a future to look forward to.
Until Solarian interference.
No, we destroyed Tachanka ourselves. Technology changed us. It made life too easy. So we looked for new challenges, and found them in each other. Nuclear war was inevitable.
And now our planet is rubble. We'll need a better place to live.
I'd say helping defeat the Reapers would be worth a new planet.
Or 10. You haven't seen how fast we can pop them out.
Rex.
What? With the Genophage cured, we'll have a lot of catching up to do.
About
Commander,
that.
on the shuttle, was there something you were going to say?
The Dalitras tried to cut a secret deal with me.
What kind of deal?
She said they sabotaged the Shroud years ago. The cure won't work unless we fix it.
Years ago, our operatives sabotaged the Shroud facility to ensure what you're planning couldn't be done.
And she thought we wouldn't know better?
Correctly. Would likely have fooled tests. But familiar with STG work, can adjust. Did not come this far for nothing.
You just spared our race another genocide, Commander.
I told you we could count on her. Why are we stopping?
Rex, you and Morden stay with Eve. It's looking ugly out here.
Will do.
Whoa. I was standing there. Do you mind?
It's dangerous stuff like this.
Look at that Reaper. It's the end of the world out there.
Leveled up. I mean, it's Garris. Of course she's going to be going for the headshot.
What's happening, Shepard? We can't sit around like this. I'm supposed to fight a war without a move.
What's the holdup?
Road's out. The convoy can't make it through.
Turian Wing Artemek, this is Shepard. We've been delayed. Hold off your attack.
Negative, Commander. Our approach is locked. The Reaper already knows we're here.
An airstrike alone won't do it. We have to get in that fight.
Damn it. I don't care if we have to build a new road. We are going.
Shepard!
I've lost control. I can't pull up. Shepard, what's happening?
Rex, get the female out of here now! Go! Artemek, do you copy?
We have to abort, Commander. That Reaper's tearing us to pieces.
Understood. Save your pilots. We'll find another way.
Shepard, a tunnel over there. Maybe a way off.
Get to it!
We're not going that way.
The tunnel over there. It may be an escape.
You guys are so impatient. Just looking at the background.
Rex, are you receiving this? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, just scratches. Nothing the Solarian can't patch up. Reeves' truck made it out too.
The Turians had to call off the airstrike. We'll need a new plan for dealing with the Reaper.
First we'll have to find you. Where did you end up?
Underground. We see ruins of some kind.
Commander, that's the city of the ancients.
How do we get out?
No maps exist. It's been abandoned for thousands of years.
You're a trailblazer, Shepard. Get through there and we'll find a place to meet up. Nothing will stop this cure.
That felt like a tremor.
Or something.
Shaky cam.
Curious. It seems Krogan were once capable of artistic expression.
Right up until the minute they blew themselves to pieces.
A Krogan painter or artist. I'm sure they exist. We've just never seen one. It's like when you encounter some strange...
That didn't feel like it.
Some strange race-class combo that no one ever plays, and then you just spot it out of nowhere, just randomly, and you're like, oh, they do exist. I've heard them only in legends as whispers, but apparently they do exist.
Rex, are you guys feeling these tremors?
Not up here.
It could be something else, Commander. It is said that Kalros, the mother of all Thresher Moths, lives in this region.
Which is another reason to get your ass out of there, Shepard. Step on it.
Kalros, the mother of all Thresher Moths, does not sound encouraging.
When the Krogan name a Thresher Maw, you know you're in trouble. They don't think anyone's ever going to kill it.
I love that line from Garris there. He's like, yep, they named it. We're in trouble.
Thresher Moths are subterranean carnivores that spend their entire lives eating or searching for something to eat. Threshers reproduce via spores that can lie dormant for millennia, yet are robust enough to survive prolonged periods in deep space and atmospheric re-entry. As a result, thresher spores appear on many worlds, spread by previous generations of space travelers. The body of a thresher never entirely leaves the ground. Only the head and tentacles erupt from the earth to attack. In addition to physical attacks, threshers have the ability to project toxic chemicals and emit bursts of infrasound as a shockwave weapon. The Alliance first encountered threshers on the colony of Akuz in 2177. After contact was lost with the Pioneer team, Marine units were deployed to investigate. The shore parties were set upon by hungry threshers, and nearly the entire assault force was killed. Alliance forces recommend engaging threshers with vehicle-mounted heavy weapons.
Remember, your Shepard can be a part of that squad that didn't survive that Thresher attack. Krogan military doctrine. In case you want to take a moment to look at that. Vulnerabilities.
Wild guess says that's Kalros.
Likely not to scale either. Perhaps we should leave this area.
Yeah. I like how Edie has to point out, that's likely not to scale. You don't say.
More Rachni.
There are bound to be more than just the ones we killed. Rex, we've got Rachni here. Keep an eye out.
I know. A few of them just attacked us. All that matters is getting to that shroud. Find us fast.
Daylight detected ahead.
Now, this is new. Part of Chichanka that isn't rubble.
One wonders what the Krogan might have become if they'd avoided nuclear war.
Yeah. What could have been.
Rex, we made it back outside.
Well, if you can see sunlight, that's progress.
And the color green. Plant life was assumed dead in this ecosystem.
You're looking at hope, all that's left of it on Chichanka. This is once a world full of beauty. Given a chance, it can be again.
Shepard, that Reaper is still up to no good at the Shroud. Find a way out of there and we'll pick you up.
We're on it.
How we actually deal with the Reaper will be another matter.
Remember this when we get to the end of the game. Just keep it in mind.
I see them!
Thank you for the decoy, Edie.
Understood.
I'm sharp on the perimeter!
Agreed. It was an ideal point of ambush.
Another quake!
It seems Calros is not a myth.
Stay sharp!
Right. More enemies ahead.
Watch it, we've got one of the big ones!
And he brought reinforcements. The area is clear.
Rex, you're right about Calros. She's on the move.
Yeah, we've got some ideas on that. What?
Not now, Rex. The commander has enough to worry about.
What's happening?
Some crazy idea we can talk about later. Just worry about getting out of there right
Looks
now.
like another shooting gallery.
Looks like we got a bridge up ahead. Try to find it, and we'll pick you up there.
We're a little preoccupied right now.
I didn't say it would be easy.
I'm really starting to hate this place!
Huh, I can't charge it.
Shepard, we're coming up the bridge. Get down here when you get to the shroud.
Will do.
Wait, Calros!
Rex?
Break off! We're getting out of here!
Territorial instinct confirmed.
She's not gonna get us.
That was a large Thresher Moth. A very, very large Thresher Moth. Yeah, no wonder she earned a name.
We'll try to shake this thing and find you.
Thresher Moth getting closer.
Tell me something I don't know.
Metal in truck and excellent iron supplement for Mars diet.
The thing is, I bet Rex is enjoying this.
Threats like that explain why there's no such thing as weak Krogan.
Yep.
What a wasteland. I see Rex's point about needing a new home.
Yep.
Now where do you suppose we are?
It appears to be a memorial for fallen Krogan.
I'm still laughing at what Morden said when Rex said, "Tell me something I don't know." So he's like, "Okay." And then I was expecting Rex to be like, "Not, I didn't literally mean that."
I'm on it.
So am I.
Rex busy driving truck. Are you still alive?
Doing what we can. What about you?
Alarmed yet? Entertained. Calros is quite resistant.
Wait, stay close. Drive faster. I can smell the damn thing's breath. Shepard, we've almost lost Calros. Get down from there and we'll find you. Shepard, get over here. Reeve, keep an eye out for that model. I don't want it sneaking up on us.
Make it quick, Rex.
We're exposed.
Move it!
It's Calros!
Move, Shepard!
We're in. Go!
What about Reeve?
No way he survived that. And he was a pain in the ass anyway. Now let's finish this. There's a Reaper waiting for us.
We no longer possess the firepower to defeat a Reaper.
I know we've beaten the odds before. But getting to that tower, I don't know.
We're curing the Genophage no matter what it takes. Everything my people will ever be depends on it.
And I hope this idea you were talking about is a good one.
It was hers, actually.
Calros. Resummon her to the Reaper.
Would that even work?
Already discussed strategy. Just need to distract Reaper. Draw it from tower while Cure synthesized, released.
What makes you so sure she'll come?
Legends say she is the mother from which all other Thresher Moths spawn. This is as much her home as ours.
If Tuchanka has a temper, Calros is it. Nobody's ever faced her and survived.
I've taken some risks in my time, but this seems crazy.
And going head-to-head with Sovereign didn't? This is the only way to get to that tower and release the cure. There's no other choice.
But how would we summon her?
The tower was built in an arena devoted to Calros' glory. The Solarians thought she would scare away intruders.
Appears to have worked.
There are 2 Maw hammers there, the largest in existence. If you can activate them, Calros will come. That should distract the Reaper.
Meanwhile, laboratory nearby. We'll finish synthesizing Cure.
Let's make sure we all get out of here alive. We're gonna have one hell of a story to tell.
Wait! I want you to know that no matter what happens, you've been a champion to the Krogan people, a friend of Clan Erdnot, and a sister to me. To every Krogan born after this day, the name Shepherd will mean hero. Now, let's show them why.
Thanks, Brother Rex.
Go! I've got this. I am Erdnot Rex, and this is my planet!
See you on the other side.
Stay alive, Shepard. We'll have cure ready.
Nice reminder why we all love Rex.
Let's get in there!
Alright, here we go. Final push.
I took care of those Rachni. But someone has to raise those maw hammers before you can use them.
We're kind of busy, Rex.
Lucky for you, I'm here. I'll handle it.
Shepard, some luck. Original strain in storage. Preparing the cure now.
Be quick, Morton. They're all over us out here.
Off to the left.
Hello. Oh! Okay, you didn't take kindly to that.
Everyone all right?
Systems are intact.
Fine here. Mostly. Did we just get shot by a Reaper?
Consider that practice.
It's gonna happen more often, Garris. Better get used to it.
Shepard, I raised the hammers. You have to activate both of them. My advice is avoid the giant laser.
Now this I've never done before.
If I was organic, that would probably burn.
Just keep moving.
Oh boy.
Commander, this is Artemic Wing. We'll try to give that Reaper something else to shoot at.
Thank you.
Their timing is impeccable.
Go. Let's push ahead.
We just have to reach those hammers.
Up on our left, one of the hammers.
The other one is on the right.
Reaching them is another man.
Oh, we got some brutes to deal with.
Redefine insanity.
Thank you, Edie. I'm gonna go toe-to-toe with a brute here. Ooh! It almost squished me.
Morton, we hit the first hammer. How's it coming?
Almost have cure. Eve's vital signs dropping. Trying to compensate.
Second hammer's on the other side.
I just punched a brute to death.
Shepard, get that second hammer going.
Working on it.
In my way, Rex.
I know, you get all the fun.
Ha ha! Very funny.
Go! Get back to the truck. I'll take care of the cure.
All right. Now, how many of you saw Godzilla vs. Kong recently? This won't be as epic as that was, but, Mother of all Thresher Moths, indeed. It's time, guys.
Morden, is the cure ready?
Yes, loaded for dispersal in 2 minutes. Procedure traumatic for Eve, but not lethal. Malin's research invaluable.
She's okay?
Headed to safety now. Her survival fortunate. Will stabilize new government should Rex get any ideas. Good match. Promising future for Krogan.
Damn!
Control room at top of Shroud Tower. Must take elevator up.
You're going up there?
Yes, manual access required. Have to counteract STG sabotage. Ensure cure dispersed properly.
Morden, this whole thing is coming apart. There's gotta be another way.
Remote bypass impossible. STG countermeasures in place. No time to adjust cure for temperature variance. No other option. Not coming back. Suggest you get clear. Explosion likely to be problematic.
Morden, no.
Shepard, please. Need to do this. My project, my work, my cure. My responsibility. Would have liked to run tests on the seashells.
Goodbye, Morden.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Kind of the moment his story comes full circle, doesn't it?
Warning, temperature malfunction detected. Warning, temperature malfunction detected.
I've studied species Turian, Asaurian, Batarian.
Temperature now within acceptable range. Dispersal commencing.
My science studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of...
And Shepard loses yet another close friend. It is a sad ending for Morden, but again, like I said, it's a fitting ending to his arc and story when you think about it, with how involved he was with the Genophage modification, that he ends up helping cure it. And we knew how much of a burden it was on him.
A long time ago, my father betrayed me in this place. His own son. He tried to kill me, so I had to kill him. Right over there. That's what the Genophage reduced us to. Animals. But you changed that today, Shepard.
Now we'll fight for our children, not against them. It's just a pity Morden had to die.
Yeah, it was.
He wouldn't have had it any other way. And I'm sure wherever he is, he's putting in a good word for us.
We'll name one of the kids after him. Maybe a girl.
But you, Commander, we can thank you in person.
Tell the Turians I'll be deploying troops to Palaven immediately. And when you're ready to kick the Reapers off Earth, you let me know. The Krogan are back in business.
Goodbye, Commander.
What will you do now?
Spread the hope you've given us. Even now, there are clans gathering in the Kelphic Valley. I'll go speak to them and make sure this gift isn't squandered. Thank you for all that you've done, and know that Erdnot Bakara calls you a friend.
Thanks, Bakara.
Hell of a thing you just pulled off, Commander. Curing the Genophage? I never thought I'd see the day.
Rex has agreed to help the Turians, Admiral. We should get their full support.
I take it that leaves the Solarians out of the equation.
The cost of their support was too high, sir.
Well, I'll defer to your judgment on that, Commander. Let's hope we don't need them. Hackett, out.
Commander, Erdnot Rex has begun sending troops to Palaven. You kept your end of the bargain, and now I'll keep mine. The Turian hierarchy will stand with humanity against the Reapers.
So let me take a moment to just reiterate something I've been kind of talking about during this run. I mentioned how when we lost Caden, how that affected Shepard. That was something that she didn't want to have to go through again, losing another member of her family. And now she's lost another. I liked the idea that I think they were going with that kid, about how the continuing loss having an effect on Shepard's psyche, having this negatively affect Shepard psychologically, the constant loss, losing the people that she cares about, because this is not going to be the last person in this game that Shepard is going to lose. And I'd like to think that it was supposed to have an effect on her. I don't think it went the way that they wanted or intended, or was done at the best of their capability. Which is why sometimes the idea of the player trying to kind of somewhat add to it more, to give it more context, like as I've been trying to do here. You know, as I said, she considers the people in her squad her family. Morden was part of her squad. Therefore, she considers Morden family. And now she's lost, you know, she loved that moment between her and Rex that he called her his sister. And of course, she sees Rex as her brother, just like I do. Brother Rex. But now she just lost another in Morden. She's glad that he was able to do what he set out to, because like I said, it's, when you think about it, it's an appropriate end to his arc and his story. We heard him talk about how much this affected him, even though he always tried to defend it and rationalize it. When we were in the mission where we were going to find Malin, we talked to him about it a lot, and you could see it was something that still bothered him, that still weighed on him. And as I mentioned in another video, when we do the Renegade version of this, trying to stop him and get him to survive, we'll see an outburst from him where he actually will flat out say that he considered it, after deep down he considers what he did a mistake, and that it was a bad decision, and that he wanted to make amends for it deep down. And he finally got to. So, yeah. A real appropriate, but obviously still sad. I'll tell you guys, the first time I played this, and that scene with Morden happened, and I heard, there's a couple different versions of that. There's also another horrible one. The worst one I've seen, the absolute worst one, is when you can't convince him to stop, and you actually have the option to shoot him in the back. And he tries crawling to the panel, just bleeding to death. It's horrible. It's one of the worst things that you can possibly do in this game. It is horrible. Just absolutely terrible. There's another version where he gets up there and he talks about how they have a new beginning, the Krogan people. But to me, the best one is the one we just saw, where he starts singing. You know, singing the song that we heard him sing in the previous game, the Gilbert and Sullivan. The idea that doing something as important as that, with a ticking time clock, trying to save them, that he sings to help him focus. And then, knowing that he's about to die, just doing something that he enjoyed, singing Gilbert and Sullivan. People may talk horribly about this game, about how terrible it is, but there are moments from this game that I consider absolutely fantastic, and I will always talk about how much I love those moments and think that they were really well handled and done. That moment was one of them. That mission was excellent, and that emotional ending for Morden, I have seen plenty of people experiencing this for the first time that were just in outright tears when Morden died there. A huge fan favorite character going out like that. That's one of the reasons why this series resonates with a lot of people. That emotional connection, especially with the characters. And yeah, there was the whole issue about the changing of voice actors from the second to the third game. But as I was hoping to point out, that's one of the reasons why the change of voice actor didn't bother me, because I don't know about you, but that was some, in my opinion, top-notch voice acting from Morden's voice actor in that mission, especially there at the end. You can hear the emotion in his voice. Just, oof, oh boy. Anyways.
I'm glad we can help each other out. It's the only way we're gonna defeat the Reapers.
That much is certain. To that end, several dry dock ships are ready to help build the Crucible. Garris will coordinate them.
Yes, sir.
And when the time comes to deploy it, the full measure of our fleet will be there for Earth. May the spirits watch over us all.
I'll start managing Turian support right away, Shepard. You must be exhausted. Morden dying, it can't be easy.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
We both know you need a clear head to win a war. There's no room for mistakes here. You should catch some shut-eye. Besides, I know where you sleep. We'll wake you if anything comes up.
If you insist.
You know, this oily silhouette figure thing is something that people reference when they were talking about things like the indoctrination theory, because of what the Rachni Queen told us in the first game. The color of oily shadows. And that's kind of what they look like here, isn't it? Caden. So you see what I mean about how I think this is what they were trying to go for?
I got a few scratches and bends. I hope they just give me character.
The idea that the people lost under Shepard's command was starting to really affect her psychologically. Of course, it's Caden that we're hearing. What's amusing, though, is that we're not hearing Jenkins. It would be actually rather funny if we all of a sudden started hearing Jenkins. Now we hear Morden. You see what I mean? First we hear Caden, then we hear Morden. And imagine if more people... if more people had died in, say, the suicide mission, if we all of a sudden started hearing all of their voices, the idea of all the losses of the people under Shepard's command dying just really horribly affecting her psychologically.
It's open.
Shepard, there's something you need to hear.
All right.
Is this a bad time?
Thinking of some friends who aren't around, thanks to this war.
That's thanks to the Reapers, not you. Are you thinking about anyone in particular?
Caden back on Vermeer. He died buying us time to defeat Sovereign. Seeing what we're up against now, he might think his sacrifice was in vain.
You know Caden would never think that.
Yeah. That's one more reason I miss him. Didn't you have something for me?
The Solarian Counselor has an urgent matter.
Let me guess. He called the comm room.
The Council must be taking the Crucible seriously. I'll see you downstairs.
Got a Krogan statue there now.
Commander, there is something we should discuss, if you are finished rewriting history.
I made my decision, Counselor. There's not much anyone can do about it now.
Yes. We're going to have billions more Krogan in the galaxy. It's a good thing you saved my life once, Shepard. Otherwise, well... I have concerns about humanity's representative, Councilor Udina. My agents have discovered that he's using his authority to move vast sums of money. For what purpose? We're not sure.
I like how he kind of indirectly threatened us there. You caught that, right? Where he's like, oh, it's a good thing you saved my life once. Otherwise, well... And I'm like, otherwise what? What? No, come on, finish what you were going to say. What? Otherwise what? You were going to, what, put out a hit on me or something? What were you going to say there, Valorn?
If Udina's dirty, it's best we get to the bottom of it fast.
Agreed. Come to the Citadel. We will review the evidence and discuss this in private. Valorn out.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise, this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Urdnot Rex running the show is a bonus for us. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans. I'm glad you disabled that mom in Tuchanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support. As it is, we picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear. What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us build the Crucible.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction. In hindsight, I guess they'd know a thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them, then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Arya T'Lok, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with.
Well.
Useful and violent. Mostly Vorchai here. We'll put the Blue Suns to good use. Intel says Narner Vosk is bringing his men, and that they're gunning for a fight. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Arya's cooperation. But whatever you did, it was worth it.
How about the Solarians?
Interesting wrinkle. We've been getting back channel commitments from the strike teams within STG. They're promising to back us.
Even after I cured the Genophage?
Our intel suggests there are cracks developing between the military and the politicians. These STG guys know the score.
Thank you, Kirahi.
They're not going to jeopardize the entire Solarian Union just because some Delatras didn't get our way.
Do you know how the other races are doing against the Reapers?
Believe it or not, the Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along. Urdnot Rex has deployed troops, and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause. The Solarians are still hanging on to Sirkesh, but the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks, too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia. Interestingly, the Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yogg homeworld.
Can't say that I blame them. Yogg have teeth.
Well, if we lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to forget the Reapers don't destroy every species.
Just the ones who can threaten them. Do you know anything about the Hanar and Drell?
Their luck is holding. For now, the Reapers have avoided a direct invasion of that sector. Though we've heard Drell wetwork teams are mobilizing fast to shore up their border with the Solarians.
I knew it, Drell. The Reapers don't want to tangle with them. Have we heard anything from the Quarians or Geth?
Something might be brewing near the Geth border, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
Any word on the Volus and Elcor?
The Turians and the Krogans sent forces to the Volus homeworld, Irun. It might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territory soon.
What happened to the Batarians?
Never stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Rex. Krogan clans, Clan Urdnot, and Krogan Mercs. Look at 453 from the Turians total. The 43rd Marine Division, their 7th Fleet, the Engineering Corps. So yeah, the Krogan and Turians have given us a ton of support now. Notice that Victus and Rex are not here anymore.
Bethany, you see the bids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
I'm just glad the diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
You can see why a lot of players didn't like those
Commander, Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map. The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see her in action. Commander?
Joel. Summoning the mother of all Thresher Moths? You never make a dull, do you? Just wish we had all come home. I have made the necessary preparations regarding Krogan support, although the long-term issues remain.
Shepard, you have been a true friend to my people. The other clans are too stupid to appreciate what you have done. But Clan Urdnot will never forget. I'm sending you a Tomka to replace that junk pile that you call a Mako. It's the same one that we used to outrun Kalros. Good times. Anyway, I had my mechanic fix it up for you, but we didn't wash it. The Rachni blood gives it character. Rex.
Thanks. Commander, there's an Alliance researcher working on the Citadel named Dr. Garrett Bryson. I need you to meet with him right away.
Dr. Bryson has uncovered important new information about Reapers that could have a direct bearing on the war. I'm officially directing you to support his efforts at the first possible opportunity. Please visit Bryson's laboratory on the Citadel at once. From the Dalatras. Commander, I'm deeply disappointed by your actions on Tuchanka. As I thought I made clear, curing the Genophage will have long-term consequences. I love how she says this. Once the Reaper threat has passed... It's like she doesn't take this seriously whatsoever. Like, who says, once the Reaper threat has passed? That just shows how nonchalantly she was taking all this. She saw the Krogan as a bigger threat than the Reapers, which is a joke. Our combined forces will be so depleted that no race in the galaxy will be capable of stopping a resurgent Krogan. Moreover, the Krogan will undoubtedly seek revenge for the Genophage, and the Solarian Union will be among their first targets. When that day comes, Commander, the blood of my people will be on your hands. I'm ashamed to also learn that our own scientist sacrificed his life carrying out your orders. This is a dark day not only for my people, but all of galactic civilization. Screw you. Shepard, making babies again will be fun. As soon as this war is over, let's just say, I'll do my part to build our numbers back up. You really came through for us. I'm proud to call you my friend. Eve is in the Kelphic Valley, enlisting support from the other clans and spreading the word. She's going to be a great leader. Most of the males won't like me sharing power with her, but too bad, I run the show. We're off to save the Turians now, since apparently they forgot how to hold a gun.
From Corinthus. Commander Shepard, when you first arrived on Manai, I had a hard time seeing how you flying off with one of our best generals would benefit our fight against the Reapers. However, as I now watch Turian and Krogan fighters working together to take down a Reaper destroyer, I must admit I'm impressed. You brokered an alliance that many thought impossible. Palaven might be saved after all. With great respect, General Corinthus, Manai Command. From Shiala. Dear Commander Shepard, I don't know if you've seen the articles, but the people of Zoo's Hope are fighting again. This time, it's the Reapers instead of the Geth. I'm not sure if you remember me, but you helped me back on Ilium. The Thorian is dead now. I can confirm that. But the spores in our bodies remain, and on some level, we're still connected. This is not necessarily a bad thing. As we fight back the Reapers, we feel each other, and act with one mind, ignoring pain when the need arises. I'm sure I'm still indoctrinated. I remember Sovereign's voice in my mind when I went willingly to the Thorian as its thrall. But my connection to the people of Zoo's Hope is stronger. It drowns out the Reaper voices. This situation is imperfect and dangerous. Perhaps the colonists should separate, for their own safety. But with one mind, the untrained fight with the skill of veteran commandos, our force is strong. I have not forgotten how you helped us, how you spared me. We are leaving Pharos soon, and when the time comes, we will fight with you. Shiala. Pharos. A group of colonists on Pharos have mounted a defensive against arriving Reaper forces, holding them back long enough for civilians from nearby colonies to escape. The informal militia from Zoo's Hope, said to be survivors of a savage Geth attack several years ago, has repelled initial Reaper landing attempts, with a level of wartime competence more common to seasoned platoons. The colonies are using improvised weapons, as well as supplies salvaged from a defunct exogeny facility. This colony is our home, colony spokesperson Elizabeth Bainham said. We've survived worse, and we know how to fight together. The colony is expected to have time for full evacuation before more Reaper forces arrive. So I believe that because of this mission, Rex has been removed. No, he's still there for the moment, for the time being. But I believe he's probably supposed to be removed afterwards. But anyways. The war has brought credibility to many cults that were foretelling the end of civilization. They have grown from a few dozen followers into the thousands, many of which are taking up arms for when their cult meets doomsday. Although these religions are outlawed, they are growing too powerful to ignore and too militarized to remain independent. Your Spectre authorization would allow negotiations to take place with these cults, bringing them into the war and keeping them from creating trouble. Though they would not be officially sanctioned religions, they would be safe from prosecution while the war rages. Well, as long as they're fighting the Reapers. Suspected indoctrinated factions. This dossier was compiled by order of the Citadel Council in response to the Cerberus threat. The intel within is classified at the highest level. Access limited strictly to Council species personnel within the Spectres. The Blade of Atham. The Veluvian Order. League of One. Palladium Star. Lieutenant Tarquin Victus may not have been the most effective battlefield leader, but he sacrificed himself to spare millions of Krogan from certain death. This is an action beyond the call of duty and worthy of the highest honors in Council space, yet the classified nature of his assignments has meant his efforts have passed by without memorial. A recommendation for Lieutenant Victus to receive the Palladium Star would honor his memory. Yes, authorize that. Thanks, Rex. So who wants to hear some good little back and forth banter between Garris and Joker?
Alright, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
Alright, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
How you gotta respect the classics?
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me! The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
Alright, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Morden.
He was a good man.
Yeah, he was always running those tests. And one time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
Glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not. But he was one of ours.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I think it would be an honor.
There's enough misery in this universe. It's nice to see something go right for a change.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this. Well, except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector base, but this one felt good. And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him. Imagine the carnage if someone like that brother of his, Reeve, took over.
It could happen.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Solarian deal.
The conversation with Garris gets interesting when you do the Renegade version of this, where, yeah, because Rex would be dead, Reeve is the one in charge, and, well, Yeah, let's just say the conversation, like I said, it gets interesting.
I could never bring myself to do that, no matter what I was offered.
I admire your restraint, Shepard. It's nice when we can save the galaxy without destroying another race along the way.
Let's hope our luck holds.
Yeah, about that.
Commander?
I wonder where all the Krogan will live now. I've never seen what you'd call a house on Tuchanka. I wonder where all the Krogan will live now. I've never seen what you'd call a house on Tuchanka.
Gotta make our rounds. There's the Tomka.
Always good to see you, Commander.
You think that cure they dispersed could do anything to us? We're not going to start growing scales or anything, right? Maybe now that we have the Krogan on board, we can go back to fighting the Reapers. I was looking at the specs on that Reaper you took out on Tuchanka. That was one of the small ones? Don't get me wrong, it's still dead, but damn. There was nothing small about it. Ready when you are.
Yep.
Commander.
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Sounds like Miranda.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Thane.
And a Krogan who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Was this imperative just your scientists' opinion, or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what, exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life.
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
I think Doomfist from Overwatch would probably get along very well with Javik when you think about their beliefs and how they see things.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this and we'll both be set free.
You have killed a Reaper. I would like to have seen it. No matter. There will be more.
Plenty more.
Yes. A difficult fight remains. I have heard about the offer the Solarians made. I would have accepted it, and not told the Krogan. Morality and friendship do not matter now. Your allies are simply resources to use against the Reapers. If the Krogan seek retribution for the past, do not waste time on sterility plagues. Destroy them where they stand. In the meantime, they are useful cannon fodder against the Reapers. Do not care what others think. Do what you must. Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
Sounds like a mantra he tells himself.
Commander?
All good, Commander. Nothing to report, Commander.
I believe Allers actually has an interview for us now.
Genophage cure, huh? This beats the hell out of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Reichenstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid. Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the Genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni War and Krogan rebellions?
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a Council homeworld. That's more than a lot of species can say. I helped them get the Genophage cure. Anything more is between the Council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval.
Notice how that got us more war assets amongst the Krogan clans. Also notice Morden's name is up there now. On the left. Morden Solus.
Any sign of life?
The Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Moth appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away. The Genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they? Rex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check? Or will this be the start of another Krogan empire? Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known. The Krogan won't let themselves fall by the wayside again. Not like they did after the rebellions. We'll have to get used to them having a bigger part in the galaxy. I hope the Krogan live up to their ancient legacy, and for the better. Ready for the next mission?
You know, your screens remind me of, how many of you have seen Man of Steel? You remember what the scene when, Zod's forces arrive, and he's broadcasting to every TV on the planet, and he has this distorted image on the screen while talking to them, saying, "My name is General Zod. You have one of us amongst you." You know, that's what the screen reminds me of. What he had on the television screen while he was doing that.
No crew health issues to report.
Good to know.
What are you up to now?
I'm uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
We'll keep talking to the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Hello, Shepard.
I think that just about does it for our rounds. I love that now we have this Krogan statue here on our desk. Okay, so, I'm going to head back down to the shuttle bay and check for any possible upgrades that are up, maybe work on my armor a bit. And when we come back, we'll probably do that N7 mission before we head on back to the Citadel for, well, an important encounter. Stay tuned.